Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dory.
And we are the Design Dreamers. And this is, over here, my son Nate, who likes to add comments during our videos. And also, sometimes you see him peeking in and out.
Yep. Hello, Nate.
Say hi.
Hi, George.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about how sewing each day keeps the crazy away.
Oh, keeps my crazy away. I need it to keep me sane.
Well, and there's a lot of people who are like, oh, it's driving me crazy because I'm at home so much. Hey, just sew a little.
That's right.
It will keep the crazy away. So that's our saying for the week.
Yay!
And we are going to show you some of the makes that we made. I think, yes, I was going to say almost all of mine are from my Fabric Mart mystery bundle that I got.
Several.
Whatever month I got it.
Yeah, well, and my make, the first one I have on is from the mystery bundle. The second mystery bundle we have. So we have got.
This might be awesome from the second one, right?
I think so, yes.
Yes, this is from the second one. I get so confused. But anyway, yes. All right. So who's going to go first?
You can go first.
Me?
Yeah,
okay.
Go first.
So
you have that beautiful top.
This is a poetry blouse. I love the sleeves. They're just so cool. It is very hot for me to be in it today because it's very hot outside, and so this is not a summer outfit. So this is Simplicity 8737. Simplicity 8737. I made view B.
Oh.
Yeah. And the loops gave me a little bit of a problem, issues to figure them out. But I also have them in the back, which I don't have closed, and that's probably why it's not sitting right. I'm sorry.
So you made loops out of the fabric itself.
I did. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, so that makes it lay a little nicer when you have the collar, when you have it closed. See how much better that works with the closed? Yeah. So now I have it closed. This is the way it's supposed to look. By the way, I want to mention my necklace. I got this from my sweet, sweet friend in Ireland when I went to visit her. She gave me this.
Yeah, put it behind your hand so we can see it.
And, okay, and just so you know, we got it thrift shopping. We were thrift shopping, and she saw that, and she said, I'm going to get that for you. So I'll stand up so you can get a better view of my poetry.
Before you go too far up, can you come back down?
Yes.
And turn to your right.
This way?
And show the detail of the sleeve, the pleat that starts at the top. Yeah, there's a box pleat in there at the top that goes all the way down. Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
very nice.
I like that too, that detail.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I added a little lace on the bottom and at the neckline because it is a poetry blouse.
Well, I just wanted to know one more thing before you talk about the skirt. Yes. And so that satin type fabric, which is a kind of it's a top weight fabric, I understand. It's pretty thin.
Yes. And
how was sewing on it? Was it a challenge or?
The challenge was having the right needle. Because if you don't have the right needle, so you can see this is not puckering.
Yes, yes, it looks pretty good.
If you have the wrong needle, it puckers.
Okay, so just like we talked about that once before in the sewing machine, you have to have the right size
needle. And so this really works really good with a size 9 needle.
Good. Yeah.
But I only had one, and I broke it while I was sewing. So I ended up using a 10 for the rest of it, which was not too bad, but you cannot use anything larger than a 10 on satin.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Yes, onto the skirt. Onward!
Okay, maybe you wanted me to read you a poem since I'm in a poetry.
That's okay. I'll pass on that.
Okay, so then this Periwinkle fabric came in the same bundle, and I made a very simple skirt.
Beautiful. Very pretty.
I really liked it. I thought the colors went well together.
Yes.
So it just has elastic waistband,
Nice.
but it flows very easy. It's very nice. You know, the fabric is so nice that it makes the skirt look good.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That good fabric makes a big difference. It
Yeah.
sure does.
Yes. So what's your make?
My make, here we go, sit up. My make is, this is fabric from our Fabric Bundle 2. I think we talked about that a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And this is that fabulous knit that Big Mom had made a skirt out of. But I tried to get a dress out of it, and I just found it really challenging. There was enough fabric there, but to get the borders, because there was a border on both sides of the selvage. So it wasn't just on one area of it. So what I ended up doing was making a skirt and a top out of it. And for the top, McCalls 6927. Can you see that? And I ended up making just a plain top out of it. Basic top.
Yeah.
There.
Nice.
And this is a knit fabric, but the patterns that I use for both the skirt and the top are for wovens.
Oh.
So it actually somehow it works, and it's a stable knit, so I wasn't too concerned about it. I know you can't, it's difficult to do it the other way. If it's made for knits and then make it with a woven, it's more of a challenge. It doesn't always work.
Right.
And depending on the stretch of the knit, and this is a stable knit. So, and I still had to get very creative with the cutting out to make this work. But this is the top. I did do a bust adjustment, of course, for the dart line to get it to come out. And what I did is I just moved my apex on my pattern to match my apex, and then I followed the lines from the seam edge to the apex, and mine lowers a little bit, and it works out just fine. It worked out just fine. So anyway, this is what it looks like, and then I have the border around the bottom here. And this is how the seaming came together. I thought, not too bad, not 100% perfect, but not too bad for matching.
No.
And then for the back though, I did not have enough fabric. The front is all one piece.
Right.
No seams in the front or anything, all one piece. The back is two pieces, and I could not lay it the pattern so I could get the back and the striped border on the bottom. Sit up, Nate, please. Sit up. You're watching on the TV. He's watching.
He likes to watch us.
Yeah, he likes to watch. So I did some pattern hacking. What I ended up doing was taking the back piece and I cut it where the same exact length as the front of where the border met the flowered part, and put in my seam allowance for that. When I cut it out, you had to remember the seam allowance or it wouldn't work. So then I just sewed that bottom part onto the back where I had cut the pattern, where I had did the pattern hacking, because I had room for the flowered part on one end of the fabric and room for the border on another part of the fabric. And I really did not end up with much fabric left over at all. But this is a top. It turned out fairly nice. I'm pretty pleased with
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
And actually having it in two pieces like this, like you could wear that with a cute pair of black slacks or black shorts or black
skirt. Yeah, it's much more versatile this way.
Yeah.
So let me show you the skirt. So as you can see, I have the top with the border and the skirt with the borders, which I wanted that to work out that way. It's just a simple A-line skirt, and it has a very narrow, well, let me find it, a very narrow waistband on it. Sits just below the waist.
Mm-hmm. So it's not elastic waist.
No, it's not elastic. It just sits just below the waistline. Let me get back here. And the pattern is a New Look 6400. Now the pattern piece, super easy, front and back, little zip side, that little tiny waistband on there. But the sizing, I think they had the sizing way off. I went according to the measurements of the sizing to my waistline and to my hip. And I was like, this doesn't look right, but I will go ahead and cut it out according to their sizing. Oh, it was huge. It was way huge. I ended up cutting probably 1.5 to 2 inches off each seam side.
Wow, that's really huge.
It was huge. So their measurements are totally incorrect. Just totally way off. I would normally, in a store-bought size, much smaller, but they had me making the size 18 to get to my hips measurements. And it was just huge. It was just way too huge. So that was the only disappointment. So my advice, if anybody's making this skirt, which it has lots of views, and I made this view right here, view D, easy skirt pattern, but just make sure. I made the mistake of not putting it on my dress form. So the name of the pattern number on this was 6400, new look, super easy pattern, but please, make sure you test it out first before you cut it out, those pattern pieces on your dress form, or make a muslin first, because I found the measurements were way, way, way off. So, and we're really crooked here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so that was my fabric, really easy to sew. This fabric was really easy to sew on. Really was happy that I got it. And of course, black and white is always a really nice, classy.
Mm-hmm. Looks nice too.
Yeah, so, okay, I think I will go put on my other make.
Okay. All right, I'm ready to show you my next make. It's McCalls 6996.
Uh-huh.
And which view did I make? Which view did I make?
I don't know, but it's cute.
I don't know which view I made. Isn't that crazy? Oh, well, I have some notes, though, on here. I was ready to work with this lace.
Yes. How did you end up sewing that?
Well, I had it laid out, waiting to be cut for an entire week. Then, when I did cut it, I waited several days to try to sew it.
That's funny.
But it's just from the sheer fright, that's my inner voice speaking to me. I sewed it up in one afternoon. And
wow.
It was, the only thing I can say is it was a little hard on my eyes to see where I'd stitched, because it just blends right in with the fabric, but super easy to make. And I'm thinking I made view C. I'm pretty sure it was view C. Nope, had to be view A.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, I will show you it, because the cute part is the back. I love.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, that is very cute. Yes. Oh, that went together really, really nice.
Oh, together just really, really nice.
Oh, it's cute. So did you have to do something different when you stitched it because it was open, or did you just stitch it like you?
I just used regular stitch.
Oh, okay. And it didn't do anything like that.
Nope. I didn't even use zigzag, because zigzag, I thought you could see it through the lace. So I just used regular stitching.
That is really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice.
You're not really nice, and I like it because sometimes you don't need a heavy sweater. You just need something light that, just kind of covers the arms, or if your blouse isn't as long as you'd like to have it, you like to have something that kind of goes a little bit longer past, those parts.
You're Trishy.
Yeah. So I'm very, very, very happy with this. This came in that same Fabric Mart mystery bundle as the skirt and top that I just showed you. Yeah.
Cute. Yeah, very cute.
Thank you.
Well, my next make is from a fabric that I got out of the fabric stash that I had. And it is also a new look pattern, 6344. Whoops, I always cover myself up. It's okay, 6344. And super easy to make. Fit is wonderful. I made myself a medium, I think. Nope, it's not small, medium, or large. It came in at 8, 10, and 12, and 14. So it's true to size. And it has a little box pleat right here in the front. The
Mhm.
instructions for this box pleat was a little strange. I didn't understand what they wanted me to do because they wanted you to stitch down the middle of this box pleat, but then it wouldn't be.
Oh, maybe they just
It's
want like, did they want like a, what do they call it? Stay stitching or upper stitching? What is that called? Like on pockets, you do that? What is that?
Yeah, well, no, they didn't want that. They
Okay.
wanted you to fold the pleat up here and then stitch down the middle. And I didn't understand that because when you look at the pattern, that's not what the pattern shows.
Right, yeah, there's no seam there.
Yeah, there's no seam there.
Right.
And even on the instructions, there was no seam there. And so I was like, I don't get that. I didn't understand it. So I just put in the box pleat and stitched it across where the pleat was up here, to put the pleat in because I couldn't figure out what they wanted me to do. Very, very lightweight. The thing that I did different on this was they wanted you to do neck binding. And of course, I'm not good about reading my notions. So they did not have a pattern for this. They wanted you to have bias tape in here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't happen to have any bias tape on hand. So what I did was I went to another top pattern that cut out the neck binding. I just cut it out of the fabric I had over and put it on there is what I did. So I'm like, and I'm very happy with that because it worked out really great for that.
Yeah.
So, but I like it. It's a nice, cool summer top. This is such a lightweight top. It's very, very summery, and I'm happy with it. Comfortable to wear, cool, all those good things.
Right. Yeah. Very nice. Very good. So
Go ahead.
So for someone who doesn't have very much experience in sewing, when you don't have the bias tape and you make your own, that means you put that neck facing so that the fabric stretches, right?
Yeah, on the bias.
On the bias.
Yes. Not on the straight of the grain.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so most of the time, I have found with these top patterns that are out now with a jewel neckline like that, that they either want you to do the store-bought and bias tape, or they have the neck binding in there for you to cut out. And if you're doing it pretty much the same size and it's the same pattern company, if you can pretty much transfer it. If the necklines are pretty similar,
right,
you can pretty much transfer. So that's just what I did, was pulled it from another pattern and put it on there. I had enough fabric to do it. So it worked.
Very good. Yes. I have one more make.
Oh, you do?
I'm not modeling it.
Huh?
I'm not modeling it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was, this was a big challenge for me because this is outside my comfort zone. But I had gotten this when they had the $1.99 sale at Hobby Lobby. And I thought, oh, cool. This is a pattern. It's number 8560. And it says that you can choose your cut size and your band size. So it's a sports bra. And I love sports bras. I wear them a lot, but I pay over $100 for one. So I was like, man, if I can find a pattern that I could make my own, that would be wonderful. So I challenged myself. And this is fabric that I had in my stash. I picked it up at some thrift store. And it actually looks like a swimsuit top.
It does. It's cute. It's cute.
It turned out super well. I'm really, really proud of the way it turned out. This is the back has this kind of a, the only thing is the elastic that I used, I should have paid attention. This elastic's not the correct elastic for this type of top. So I will be getting out sometime and getting the right kind of elastic to put on it. This is the right width, but it's the wrong kind. This is
it's too stretchy.
Yes, it's too stretchy. Yeah, and so then, this just rolls up underneath me in the front then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
very, very So did you have any challenges making that?
They do a thing called burrito, not the food. They do a burrito wrap. So it was challenging for me. I didn't know what a burrito wrap was. They showed me on there. It didn't make sense to me. So I did do some picking, and it was done with a serger. So, but yeah, I had to do some picking because I didn't understand the burrito. And then finally, my dear sister said, well, why don't you look it up? And I had tried to find this pattern to find, how to make it. And there had been people that made it and they just said, oh, it was a breeze. And I'm like, what is wrong with my brain? So then I didn't see anybody actually making it. So I looked up doing a burrito sewing. You got to put it in sewing, otherwise you'll get burrito food. And I watched how they did it for some other garment. It wasn't this one. But as soon as I saw it once, saw how she did it, I was like, oh, okay. And I did it, and it was fine.
Oh, good.
But then the other confusion I had is because the lining is the same as the front.
Yeah.
That can be a challenge with the brain because it all looks the same when you're trying to join this two side seams together, the front and the back, and the front and the back of the.
Yeah.
And so I joined the wrong one, so it was twisted. Oh my gosh. But I've learned a lot from it, and I can make another one. I think I want to make another view, but there's a view that has the actual, has the bra, like the closure, the hook and eyes.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, and so I would like to try making another one. I will make another one.
Yeah,
with some other fabric, and so I enjoyed it. It was a good challenge for me. Again, this is Simplicity 8560. I think it's a great little. I did like the fact that you can make your band size with your cup size.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah, I'll give that a try. Now that you've made it, you could help me through that process.
Yes, absolutely.
And do the lining a different fabric color than the outside of the garment.
That's my suggestion. So our sewing for the day. Our saying for the week is, don't forget, sewing each day keeps the crazy away. So we want you to stay sane. Don't get crazy. We want to thank you so much for watching. And please hit subscribe and like. And we'll see you next week.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Say goodbye to them.
Bye.
There you go.
All right.